is about us. We deserve this. So let's go. I have to pee.
Look, the line is short over there. There's a long line in the bathroom here. Just go for it.
Stop taking that picture. How much did she drink?
Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. I'm Matt Atchity, Alonzo Duralde, Christy Lemire. We all went on a girls' trip.
Woo!
Who's gonna tell us about it?
Me, why not? Okay, Girls Trip stars Regina Hall as a successful author and lifestyle brand kind of person. And she is invited to speak at the annual Essence Festival in New Orleans. And she decides this would be a great time to reunite with her old college buddies, AKA the Flossie Posse, whom she's not been in touch with of late. And so they are Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Tiffany Haddish. And the four of them go to New Orleans, and hurricanes are consumed, and chaos ensues, and it's delightful. Take a look.
Today is the last day that we will ever be this young.
I have not had this much fun in so long.
Wait.
I got what you need right here. This is 200-year-old abstinence. If you drink too much of it, it's gonna have you hallucinate.
Do y'all feel funny? Feel me, y'all feel me.
You coming to get me, God?
You put something in them drinks, didn't you?
And this pulls off a really tricky balance because what do we see with our rough night recently?
Yes.
Which is very similar about four girlfriends who hadn't seen each other in a while.
Not a boobsy escapade weekend.
Right, and so this has a great balance of these are really well-drawn characters. These feel like fully fleshed out human beings you are invested in, but also it's super raunchy in shockingly hilarious ways. And the energy is infectious and you truly feel like these women are friends. Like there's a really nice chemistry between all of them. They all get chances to shine. I had a blast, yeah. I saw it last night at the Grove at an 8:25 showing at the Grove. It was packed.
Nice.
It was every kind of person. It was like white gay men on a date, and it was like groups of black women together who all went as a fun thing to do as a group, and it was everybody in between, and then me.
Yeah, I've been loving the red band trailer of this movie for a while because it was just all like the raunchiest jokes in this movie. Tiffany Haddish, by the way, is your breakout star.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Welcome to stardom, Tiffany Haddish. You are like, this is a next level thing for you.
This is her Melissa McCarthy.
This is her Melissa McCarthy and Bridesmaids moment for sure.
It's not hyperbole, that's true.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish is my new favorite person in the world.
No, she's amazing.
Although she just said something that everybody's mad about.
I saw
with
that.
Cosby, but
the
whatever.
Cosby thing she said.
I don't know. I haven't heard. Don't tell me. I don't
Did they
know.
not tell you?
Anyway,
In the LA Times
But anyway, so I was looking forward to this movie because of all of the raunchy stuff. And what I think is so great about this film is that yes, they do work blue, and there are like some just jaw-dropping one-liners and situations, but at the same time, they bothered to give you these four distinct characters and who they are and how they used to be friends and where they've all gone since then and how they might sort of find each other again in a way that just felt really smart and well crafted and like a film that just focuses on women's friendships in a way that a lot of big studio movies don't do and lets them have fun and get crazy, and all of those actresses are great, and they all get like their moments to sort of really deliver.
Right, and this movie isn't afraid to let them be sexual. It isn't afraid to, like, it doesn't shy away from them having, pursuing casual sexual encounters. Like, that's okay. There's no slut shaming about that.
Nope.
It has some, there's some toilet humor in there that normally I'm like, it's
very inspired toilet humor.
But it's hilarious. This movie, you can forgive a lot of stuff if it's funny, but there's not really anything to forgive here. I think this movie I was surprised at how much I liked this and kind of went in expecting a little bit like, okay, it's another one of these like girls comedies that somebody's just kind of doing by the numbers. And I talked in Atomic Blonde about you put pieces together and you like John Wick transcends, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That's what happens here, I think, is that you've got this movie where you've got all these pieces come together and you get this emotional movie that does have a narrative arc. You are invested in these characters. while you can still laugh at and laugh with them. You can get choked up with them. You want them to succeed. You want them to do well. Also, I love the little set it off reference.
Oh yeah, I caught that.
Oh, I did not catch that.
Oh yeah.
And I saw something mentioning it later on, but will you tell me later on what it is? Because I did.
Yes,
it
there is
escaped me in the
an
moment.
excellent set it off.
Yes. There's also a very funny supporting role for Kate Walsh.
Yeah.
As Regina Hall's agent. This is
and there's truth in that too. I mean, let me cut you off, but there's truth in that in like trying to appropriate Black culture and seem hip.
Oh yeah,
and how that does not go well.
Definitely. This is directed by Malcolm Lee, who did the Best Man movies, and there was a plot point in this movie that reminded me of one in the Best Man Holiday, but it was actually smarter here, and it actually came from a more believable place and was resolved in a way that I thought was better done. So it's sort of like he's figuring out what works as he goes along. I don't know. He's getting better as a director, or it's maybe the writers sort of figured it out. But yeah, there's just I really liked how this movie champions these four women. The things that separate them don't feel contrived, and the way they get back together doesn't feel artificial. Like it all feels organic and germane, and I believed all of it. I mean, if I had to quibble, it could lose about 10 minutes.
It's
a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
There were some moments that I thought like some trimming would not have hurt, but it is.
Or give that 10 minutes to Tiffany Haddish.
Or sure, why not? But it is consistently funny and smart, and I love Regina Hall, and to see her like lead off a movie and not just be like the funny second banana who does a couple of scenes. I was she gets more to do than just comedy. I mean, she has a serious dramatic arc here. I also want to say that has a really vivid sense of place here within New Orleans. It's parts of New Orleans you don't necessarily see, and it takes place at Essence Fest, and so you have all these celebrities, but it doesn't feel cheesy or dropped in. Like their story intertwines with all these people, and it kind of actually makes sense and gives it a sense of energy, and you feel like you're there with them. I could have done with a little less Ciroc vodka product placement, but that I'm sure at Essence Fest he's probably all over the place.
We didn't complain about the Stoli product placement though in Atomic Blonde, did we?
Oh well,
she drinks a lot of that, and then he of course drinks Jack Daniels in Atomic Blonde.
Oh, that's true.
We got to make movies. They cost money. If alcohol companies
thank you booze for making movies happen.
My little quibble with Girls Trip is that some of the score kind of like pipes in to make moments seem punchier and more sitcom-y sometimes. Sometimes like the music will be like do 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 do, like it'll be like kind of wacky to signal like okay something wacky is gonna happen, and the action and the actresses like can carry that and speak for themselves without it being like punched up and wacky. That's my only problem. Is that sometimes like the music spells things out too much for me. That's it. It's a minor quibble. All right, so my number is 8.3. It's very fun.
I gave it an 8. I had a blast.
8.5.
Okay, our number is 8.3. So go see it. Yeah, I'll go play catch up with it. It's a good one. Bye.